Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where stories and other random things take center stage. Welcome to today's video where we'll be discussing the new description or the new synopsis that is out for Castles and Their Bones by Laura Sebastian. I did a part 1 to this video before. I actually have a bunch of Laura Sebastian content. I have at least 4 videos, so take a look at the playlist linked below, as well as the rest of my playlist, which contain the rest of my, what is it? Oh, okay. The rest of my my content in general. So check those out in the description. But there is a new synopsis out, and I actually want to talk about a review that Laura Sebastian wrote for her own book. She wrote something in Goodreads, and I want to talk about it. And maybe I want to see if any of my predictions change. By the way, apologies for bad pronunciation of names. So, because a spellbinding story of 3 princesses and the destiny they were born for. Seduction, conquest, and the crown. Immerse yourself in the first book in a new fantasy trilogy from the author of the New York Times best-selling Ash Princess series. Empress Margrox, or Margro, I don't know if the X will be pronounced, has had plans for her daughters since the day they were born. Princesses Sophronia, Daphne, and Beatrice and Daphne are like the ones with the most normal names, just saying, will be queens. And now, age 16, they each must leave their homeland and marry their princes. Ooh, yay, exciting. Beautiful, smart, and demure, the triplets appear to be the perfect brides because Margrox knows there is one common truth. Everyone underestimates a girl, which is a grave mistake. Sophronia, Daphne, and Beatrice are no innocents. They have been trained since birth in the arts of deception, seduction, and violence with a singular goal: to bring down monarchies. And their marriages are merely the first stage of their mother's grand vision to one day reign over the entire continent of Visteria. The princesses have spent their lives preparing, and now they are ready, each with her own secret skill, and each with a single wish, pulled from the stars. Only the stars have their own plans, and their mother hasn't told them all of hers. Life abroad is a test. Will their loyalties stay true, or will they learn that they can't trust anyone, not even each other? Ooh, I do have some new little predictions, and I feel like these might be fun. But I, first of all, am really excited for this description. It does give us a little bit more details, particularly the names of the princesses, which I think is cool. In the previous one that I remember, there were no names. They were just like, you know, the triplets of Bycinia, I think was the kingdom. I forgot the name. But it was like it was a good description. It was a good synopsis, but we didn't have names and all this stuff. So something I like is that we learned that, but also we got to learn just a little bit more about you know, what they've been trained for, and how they are going to, and what their whole plan is, which we kind of knew from the previous description, but it was also kind of interesting to see what this description would bring and what it will tell us. What I'm getting from this is that it seems all of them have a different skill, as their own secret skill, but also It looks like they can't trust each other because each of them seems to have a different mission. For me, it sounds like they have a different mission. That is like my new thing. They have a different mission. It sounds like each of them has a different mission, and they probably did not. They probably don't know which missions the other has. And maybe like the mother honestly seems like a heartless bitch, so it's okay. I'm judging a character before I know the character. But basically, it sounds like she gave them different missions and the others don't know. But it also sounds like, say, she knows that they're going abroad, and even though they're loyal to her, she probably can anticipate that their loyalties could change. But she may have one of the missions may have been that she told the sisters, if anything happens, it happens, and if something gets in the way, including your sisters, take whatever do whatever it takes. It kind of reminds me of the Dragon Prince, where Viren basically gave his children different missions. Claudia has to make sure she gets the dragon egg back, and Prince Soren has to kill the princess and basically make it an accident. And then Claudia, by the way, I know I'm spoiling, but like, whatever. Claudia asks hypothetically what happens if she has to choose between Soren and the egg. And it was like a joke, and she says, and Viren says to choose the egg, so it's like, don't care about your brother's life, this is more important. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like they might be put against each other, even if they're supposed to serve their mother. It sounds like they might be pitted against each other by their own mother. Yeesh, harsh. This sounds interesting though. I'm super happy about it. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered the book. It is supposed to come out February 1st. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered the book. If I didn't, I'm gonna check my pre-order list for what books I pre-ordered. But if I didn't, I'm gonna make sure I pre-order it. But there are certain books I need to make sure I pre-order and see if they're available or not. So yeah. Anywho, that's my main prediction. But here's a review that she wrote. I didn't fully read it, so I did read part of it. Let's see what we can count from this. She rated her book 5 stars, and she says, "Yes, I'm giving my own book 5 stars. I'm incredibly proud of what Castles in Their Bones has become over the years, especially last year, 2020, when I was beginning to worry that it may never reach the potential I knew it had. Every author will have their pandemic book, I'm sure, and this is mine. I rewrote it almost from scratch while dealing with both COVID and long COVID, which for me meant more than a year of brain fog, insomnia, fatigue, and migraines. Trying to keep track of everything happening in this book, which has triple the characters and locations than Ash Princess did, at times felt like an impossible feat. But here it is, and every time I reread it, I'm more proud of this book. Difficult as it was to work on over the last 2 years, it also was the thing that got me through. I put everything I love in this book. A ton of romance, complicated relationships between friends, and in this case, sisters, a fun magic system, little nods to real-world royal history, and as many twists and turns as I could fit in 528 pages. I hope you enjoy it, and if you've gotten the chance to read an early book, rest assured, a sequel is on its way." All right, Laura. Okay, so I do get some things from this. And one of the things I get is that because she says it's triple the locations of Ash Princess, I feel, my prediction, we are getting triple point of views. So I feel like we're definitely going to get each of the sisters' point of views in their respective locations, which for me is extremely exciting. I cannot wait to see what she does with these sisters and their point of views, because she has 3 different worlds to build. She's usually pretty good at world building and developing magic systems. If you have read Ash Princess, I'm hoping to actually review it before. I am actually planning to review the trilogy before Castles Under Bones comes out, because this, too exciting to miss to me. So I do want to reread the trilogy and review it, kind of like I want to do a Court of Thorns and Roses before a review, a Court of Thorns and Roses before the second book in the Crescent City series comes out by Sarah J. Maas. So I do want to make sure I do that. But in Ash Princess, there is an interesting magic system. There's a lot of court intrigue. There's a lot of romance. There is definitely, well, I don't know if there are nods to actual real world royal history, because I don't spend time researching royal history unless I'm super interested in something. But there are definitely a bunch of twists and turns. There's definitely a lot of court intrigue, a lot of like romance, a lot of difficult relationships between friends and family. It's a lot. And even in Half Sick of Shadows, which had less of all of that, it's still pretty good. So I'm super excited, and I'm looking to see exactly what happens. Again, this book comes out February 1st, and I'm very, very excited to read it. So with that, I am going to let you guys go. Come back for tomorrow. I will be talking about my anticipated releases for 2022. I have 10 of them, so I'm pretty excited to talk about them. So yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you're interested in my content. If you turn on notifications, you'll be aware when I release videos. Yeah, with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And until tomorrow, consume stories.